The engineers at Audi have come up with a solution to that perennial gliding problem. Not landing where you took off. Of course, marking a glider does call for a rather special car. The Audi Quattro accelerates faster than Concorde. 0 to 60. It's capable of 135 miles an hour with or without a following wind. And because all four of the Audi's wheels are driven all the time, changing direction at speed requires rather less for wing and prow, even when conditions on the ground aren't exactly ideal.
It's your mother on the phone, Roger.
The four-wheel drive Audis. Vorsprung durch Technik, as they say in Germany.
So, today I want to show you the Audi Quattro, Urquattro story, the general. The Audi Quattro, also referred to as Urquattro by Audi, is a sports coupe from the Audi brand that was manufactured between spring 1980 and mid-1991. With 11,452 units built, it was one of the first road vehicles with permanent all-wheel drive to be produced in large numbers and was instrumental in the success story of Audi's Quattro Drive, as well as for the use of permanent all-wheel drive in road vehicles in general. By the mid-1960s, a few road vehicles were already equipped with permanent all-wheel drive from Ferguson. These included the Jensen FF, presented in 1966, of which only 320 vehicles were produced, and the Ford Sapphire with Ferguson all-wheel drive, of which 22 vehicles were experimentally manufactured for the British police. Because of the high production costs, the latter project was not pursued further. Production of the Jensen FF also stopped in 1971. In the fall of 1971, Subaru brought the L Series, an all-wheel drive road vehicle, onto the market that was equipped with switchable all-wheel drive. In September 1979, American Motors introduced the AMC e-Joe, whose permanent four-wheel drive worked with a viscous clutch. In 1983, Quattro GmbH was founded, after which permanent all-wheel drive became available as an option for more and more Audi vehicles. Audi itself describes the Audi Coupe STU model as the official successor to the Urquattro. The word Quattro is Italian for four, is written in lowercase throughout. The original Quattro logo also only shows minuscules. There you can see the grey Audi Quattro that was built from 1980 to 1982. The model history general. During test drives in Scandinavia in 1977, during which Audi sedans were to be tested, the test manager Jörg Wensinger discovered that the support vehicle he was driving was an all-wheel drive Volkswagen Iltis, off-road vehicle, potential successor to the DKW Munga for the Bundeswehr. 55 kilowatt or 775 horsepower was by far the fastest vehicle in the test flight under the winter conditions. After his return, he reported his experiences to Ferdinand Pirsch, then head of the vehicle development department at Audi. He convinced him to let a small group of employees produce a prototype with a 5-cylinder turbo engine and all-wheel drive based on the Audi 80. In 1978, this prototype with 118 kilowatt or 160 horsepower was sufficiently developed that it could be presented to the Volkswagen board. This presentation took place during a test in Austria to test winter tires and snow chains on other vehicles. On a snowy, steep slope, the Quattro prototype mastered the incline without any problems on summer tires. Another demonstration took place in the summer of 1978, in which the Quattro prototype was supposed to drive up a steep, heavily watered meadow Of all the comparison vehicles available in this test, only the Quattro prototype completed the task. The Model History General Part 2. A short time later, the Volkswagen board gave its approval for the construction. In February 1979, another prototype, discussed as the Audi 80, was presented to some international journalists in Tours, Austria. Paul Freire was among them. Two vehicles with winter tires with a front engine and rear-wheel drive, and an Audi 100 with a front engine and front-wheel drive were available. While Freire only managed around 150 meters on the snow-covered slope during driving tests with the limousines, he even had to slow down on the accelerator in the Quattro prototype because the speed reached was too high for this route. When he reached the top, he turned around, drove back, and was asked by the development engineer Walter Treser if he wanted to carry out the test again on winter tires. Again, the vehicle only had summer tires on. On another attempt that day, this time the vehicle was equipped with winter tires. Freire stopped on a huge 28 degrees gradient that had a thick layer of snow and continued without any problems. The thing seemed to have impressed him so much that he wrote a book about the Audi Quattro and wrote down his experiences in it. In March 1980, the Audi Quattro was presented to the public at the Geneva Motor Show. The vehicle was celebrated as a sensation by the trade press around the world, using numerous superlatives. The model history body. The body of the Audi Quattro is based on that of the Audi Coupe. This in turn was a modified Audi 80 with two doors and a hatchback. The Quattro differed externally from the Coupe in that it had wider fenders, more voluminous bumpers, sills, and a larger rear spoiler. Some sources claim that the body was partially galvanized in recent years. There you can see the black Audi Quattro Urquattro and the grey Audi Coupe B2. The model history model maintains. In March 1980, the presentation of the Audi Quattro at the Geneva Motor Show, which goes on sale in July, was be there. In September 1982, the white double headlights under glass and digital instead of analog displays come into the Quattro. Then in September 1983, the presentation of the Audi Sport Quattro at the IAA in Frankfurt was be there. Then in December 1984, the Quattro is visually adapted to the Coupe. Changes was black taillights, new dashboard, modified headlights, and the grille. Then in August 1987, a new engine with 2.2 liter displacement, as well as new digital fittings and new central differentials, come to the Audi Quattro. Then in August 1989, the new 2.2 liter engine with 4 volts per cylinder, 20 volts, came onto the Quattro, the 5-cylinder, and the other one with the 2.2 liter displacement that came into August 1987 was also a 5-cylinder. In May 1991, the production of the Quattro is discontinued. Here you can see the black one, that's the Audi Quattro, that was built from 1984 to 1991. Then you can see the white one right from the black one, that's the rear view of Audi Quattro. Then there you can see the engine, the Audi Quattro 20 valves engine. It's a 5-cylinder with 2.2 liter. Then you can see the red one, it's a Audi Quattro from 1982 to 1984. Then you can see the white one under the red one, that's the Audi Quattro 2.2 liter 20 valves 5-cylinder. That was built from 1989 to 1991. The drive technology. The Urquattro received permanent 4-wheel drive with a center and rear differential lock. Until the end of 1981, both looks could be switched manually and independently of each other with two claw clutches via cables. From 1982 up to and including 1987, both or just the rear look could be switched on and off manually using electro-pneumatic means. The Quattro has been further revised over the years. In particular, its all-wheel drive system was further refined with a torsion-centered differential from the 1987 model year. The rear differential remained manually electro-pneumatically switchable. These vehicles were ideal for winter driving or other difficult operations on slippery roads. Rain, dirt, autumn leaves, etc. There you can see the book from the Audi Quattro and the drive technology from the Audi Sports Quattro. The engines: the Audi Quattro 2.1 liter engine with 2,144 cubic centimeters with 147 kilowatt or 200 horsepower. The MKHB VR was built from March 1980 to July 1987. The Audi Quattro 2.1 liter engine with 2,144 cubic centimeters with 147 kilowatt or 200 horsepower. MKHB GV was built from May 1984 to July 1987. Only Switzerland and Sweden has that engines changed ignition map due to stricter emissions standards. The Audi Quattro 2.2 liter engine with 2,226 cubic centimeters with 147 kilowatt or 200 horsepower. That was the MKHB MB, and it was built in August 1987 to July 1989. The Audi Quattro 2.1 liter engine with 2,144 cubic centimeters with 119 kilowatt, 162 horsepower, and CAT. That was the MKHB VX that was built from December 1984 to from December 1984 to October 1988. The Audi Quattro 20 valves. It's the 2.2 liter engine with 2,226 cubic centimeters with 162 kilowatts, 220 horsepower, 4 volts per cylinder, heats 20 volts. The MKHB RR was built from August 1989 to May 1991. The Audi Sport Quattro with the 2.1 liter engine and 2,133 cubic centimeters with 225 kilowatt, 306 horsepower with a short-ended wheelbase, 4 volts per cylinder. The MKHB KV was built from September 1984 to August 1985. The Audi Sport Quattro S1 with 2.1 liter engine, 2,133 cubic centimeters with 390 kilowatt, 530 horsepower. That has a short-ended wheelbase, 4 volts per cylinder for rally use, and it was in the year 1985 built. The driving performance: the acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers is given in seconds, and the top speed in kilometers. Then you can see the Audi Quattro from 1980 with 147 kilowatt and 200 horsepower. That accelerates from 0 to 100 in 7.1 seconds and has a top speed of 222 kilometers per hour. Then the Audi Quattro 20 valves to 20 volts from 1989 with 162 kilowatt, 220 horsepower. That accelerates in 6.3 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers and has a top speed of 230 kilometers per hour. The Audi Sport Quattro from 1984 with 225 kilowatt, 306 horsepower accelerates in 4.9 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers and has a top speed of 250 kilometers. The Audi Sport Quattro S1 from 1985 has 390 kilowatt, 530 30 horsepower and accelerates in 2.6 seconds from 0 to 100 with a dual clutch transmission or 3.1 seconds with a manual transmission. It's a rally car. The top speed is not, I can't not found it. The model's Sport Quattro. A special variant was the Audi Sport Quattro, also called the Short One, which was offered from autumn 1984, a model that was short-ended to 4.16 meters body length and with 225 kilowatt, 306 horsepower and 350 Newton-meter of torque, was also much more powerful and was the base vehicle for represented Group B cars. Due to the bodywork change, the wheelbase became 32 centimeters shorter. The dimensions of the body changed to the lengths from 4,164 millimeters wide with 1,790 millimeters, the height from 1,345 millimeters. According to Audi, it were built 220 units of the Sport Quattro by the summer of 1985. At least 200 units were mandatory for the FIA homologation of Group B and offered for sale as a road version at an initial price of 195,000 D-Mark, later 203,500 D-Mark. However, there are different informations about the production features for the Sport Quattro. Audi itself states 200 vehicles manufactured as required by the regulations and 20 additional cars as evolution models. However, Graham Robson, an internationally recognized British specialist journalist, writes that no more than around 160 vehicles were actually manufactured, some of which at least fewer than 20 were modified into evolutionary models in violation of the regulations. Then you can see the models from the Sport Quattro S1 and E2. The Audi Sport Quattro S1 was developed from the Sport Quattro. It was produced in 1984 as the first so-called evolution model in an edition of 20 exclusively for racing purposes. In 1985 came the E2, also called the Wing Monster, which was not based on the 20 previously built S1 versions, but was produced again in a quantity of 20 Sport Quattro examples as required by the FIA. All of these rally vehicles were not intended for free sale, but were received exclusively from the Audi Sport Factory department. Only after the FIA banned Group B from the World Rally Championships at the end of 1986 were a few privileged motorsport enthusiasts able to purchase them there. A particularly extreme variant of the Audi Sport Quattro E2 is the E2 Pikes Peak that you can see on the picture in the bottom, the white one, with the red and black stripes, is the E2 Pikes Peak, with which Walter Röhrl set a new track record at Pikes Peak in 1987, and which is said to have an engine output of at least 441 kilowatt or 600 horsepower. In the Autosport Rallycross, there were a few S1 and E2 Rallycross specials in the late 1980s and early 1990s that had engines with more than 478 kilowatt, 650 horsepower. The E2 Pikes Peak is still in racing conditions and is occasionally shown at representative events such as the International Arosa Classic Car 2012 Hill Climb. There you can see the Audi E2 Pikes Peak driven by Walter Röhrl at the first Roswellberg race in 2013, and you can see the Audi Sport Quattro under its body with the engine and transmission and all of it. The Audi Quattro Quartz. This was built in 1981. There you can see there the gray one. It's on the technical basis of the Urquattro. The Italian design studio Pininfarina developed the Audi Quattro Quartz concept vehicle in the course of 1980, which was shown to the public for the first time at the 1981 Geneva Motor Show. The Quattro Quartz is a ready-to-drive car that has its own body designed by Enrico Fumia with the same drive technology as the production model. The outer body parts consist largely of aluminum steel sheets and plastic components. With an unchanged wheelbase, the Quattro Quartz is around 90 kilograms lighter than the production model. The CV was at 0.45. The value of the Quattro Quartz is slightly worse than that of the Series Quattro. The car remained a one-off and had no influence on the design of later series Audis. However, the Quattro Quartz is considered a stylistic forerunner of the Alfa Romeo GTV and the Alfa Spider of the Tipo 916 series. Other information: the Audi Quattro was only built a total of 11,452 times. Its all-wheel drive technology was further developed and used for other Audi vehicles. Audi vehicles equipped with all-wheel drive still have the suffix Quattro in the model name to this day. Today, the Urquattro has a high collector's value and achieves significantly higher prices than other Audi vehicles from this period. The term Quattro today also stands for Quattro GmbH. Today is Audi Sport GmbH, an Audi company that, like Mercedes-AMG or BMW MGmbH, specializes in the series production of particularly sporty vehicles. Ex-works, including special ones, customer requests can be taken into account. The car was originally intended to be called Carrot, an abbreviation for Coupe all-wheel drive turbo. This name was only later discarded due to a perfume of the same name, whose image and target group did not seem suitable for the Quattro. What is largely unknown or simply forgotten is that the first FIA Autosport title with an Audi Quattro was not won by the Audi Works team, but by the Austrian Franz Wurz. The father of Formula One driver Alexander Wurz secured his third European Rallycross Championship title after 1974 and 1976 on October 3, 1982 at the Estering in Buxtehude, while Audi itself only won the title about a month later at the RAC Rally of Great Britain World Rally Championship of 1982, only the Manufacturers' Championship. Walter Röhrl won the Drivers' Championship in the Opel Ascona 400. According to the KHBA, at least 402 vehicles with the type code numbers of the series were still registered as of January 1, 2015. In 2012, the Thuringian body shop Girang manufactured a technically and visually faithful replica of the winning car of the 1985 Sanremo Rally. Almost all of the project partners at the time were involved again in order to remanufacture the old components true to the original. Former Audi Motorsport director Roland Grumpart also did crucial work in this regard. The car's former drivers, Walter Röhrl and Stig Blomqvist, were also involved in the project. On March 1, 2018, the Federal Ministry of Finance in Germany issued a special stamp from the classic German automobile stamp series with a face value of 1.45 euros, which depicts the Audi Quattro. There you can see the Audi Sport Quattro E2 S1 on the bottom. The right is there the Franz Wurz as Björn Waldegard's Audi Quattro co-driver at the January Rally in 1984. Then you can see at the bottom, under it, the Audi Sport Quattro E2 S1, and on the left from it, the Audi Quattro A2 with Walter Röhrl during the Rally Portugal in 1984. The rally legend. Audi Sport Quattro S1 EQ, among the powerful and legendary rally cars of the so-called Group B in the mid-1980s, the 500 horsepower Audi Sport Quattro S1 was probably the most spectacular car. The two-time Rally World Champion Walter Röhrl drove this rally car in the World Rally Championship. 1985 winner Rally San Remo, Audi Sport Quattro S1, winner Pikes Peak Hill Climb. 1986 winner Pikes Peak Hill Climb with the Audi Sport Quattro S1, and in the year 1987 winner Pikes Peak Hill Climb Audi Sport Quattro S1. The new edition, the E-Legend EL1, it's an electric sports car with Audi Sport Quattro look. It has 816 horsepower homage. It is a 816 horsepower homage from Germany, which was presented at the IAA in 2021. It's limited to 30 copies, from 0 to 100 kilometers in under 2.8 seconds. The price is 890,000 euros. It has a top speed of 300 kilometers per hour, and it should enable a range up to 400 kilometers. That's the end of production, and it was built from 1980 to 1991. What a great car!